Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back. If you're returning, I have this blue and orange kind of set fall set for you guys. Look at these tips, long. They're so long. I couldn't, you guys know I usually when I do content nails, I don't even take the nub off. I just file the very tip and that's it. These were just too long. I think they were 18 magnets, so I shortened them. These are the tips I'm using here. If you want some really long, straight squares, go get these. These are amazing. I took this much off, almost an inch. These are some of the things I'm going to be using today. The acrylic colors, some transfer gel, these gel liners, Kolinsky monomer, some flowers and foils. This is the look I'm going for. And these awesome leaves, fall leaves that Candy sent me. Just wanted to show you guys what your acrylic should look like if it's good. It should look really silty like this. It should silty and silky. And you know what I mean. If you get a powder and it looks crumbly or gritty or salty-ish, it's not blended very well. Just thought I'd show you that. Candy mentioned that when she started using Notpolish, and she's right, they have a completely different look to them. So again, Kolinsky monomer. I'm using one of my favorite brush here from Profiles. Now, this is a really long nail, and I don't need to be going in with these teeny little beads, but I love this brush, and I did have a point to using this small brush, and that is because these tips were so nice and narrow and so long. I was really going for that really narrow square look. You know what I'm talking about, where these girls, these content creators, have their long, straight, square nails just looking so just fire and narrow. And mine always look wide, I feel like, no matter what I do. Even though I keep the acrylic off the sides, they're just especially wide on the thumb. And I was going for a marble here, which wasn't turning out very good. That sample swatch stick I showed you guys, I also did one where I put down orange with blue marble and blue with orange marble. And the swatch I did with blue with orange marble, it just looked great because there was just one center streak of the orange like threaded through because it was a small, you know, obviously a shorter nail. And it looked great. I could not recreate that look here. But I was just going for it really thin because I still have to cap these. So that's what I was going for here. I kept this in just to show you that that's what my initial plan was, but I do end up making this a solid blue nail because I did not like the way this looked. So you probably saw from the thumbnail that I was just going for a fall set. Now, if you watched my last video, you saw that I had already had these colors pulled out and on my desk and my practice hand set up when I did those unboxings. I had the Claws by Cat tips set up on my practice hand when I unboxed these Valentino tips and realized, oh my gosh, they're totally exactly the same, or almost exactly the same. And when I opened up Candy's box, these fall leaves, I mean, I had flowers picked out for this set, and I was planning on doing like a peekaboo, like a matching peekaboo on the center nails, on my middle nails, but those leaves couldn't have been more perfect. Just, I mean, the colors. And I found out later that they glow. The blue ones I put on actually glow. Like, what? And I was going in with this small brush on the tip too because I just wanted, I feel like that's where I start, and okay, like if I start off too wide right here, that's going to dictate the shape of the rest of my nail. So I was just going in with a small, I start using my larger brush here. So anyway, yeah, they couldn't have been a more perfect match for this set, and there were fall leaves. So that was just so cool. Thank you again, Candy. I've said this before in my videos, you guys, but I want to show it here because it does show really well here. Do you see on the right side, right here, where you can still see the thin, clear edge of my tip. You want to keep all your acrylic off the sides, and I know everyone says that, and I know I've said it, and everyone knows that. But if you really keep all your acrylic on the top of the nail and leave that little sliver of tip showing through, a lot of times when I'm saying this, it's not very visible on this nail in particular, on the right side in particular, not this side, that side. It's very visible. As soon as you go in with your finished file along your sidewall, that will come off, so it won't look like you don't have acrylic on your sides, because I used to worry about that. But that will really, really help you adhere to your shape. So will looking at it from the sides and from underneath as you go. So on this nail, this nail and the pinky nail are going to be an ombre, and the middle nails, the ring and middle finger, are going to be the peekaboo with some fall leaves and bling, and I wouldn't say bling, just a few pieces of crystals. And also I am going to be using my Notpolish Bling It On kit, which I haven't used in like 2 years, but I didn't realize, I forgot how nice these were, what good crystals they were, till I got them out again. Because for a long time I got away from AB. Everyone was using AB crystals and I just couldn't stand the way they looked. I wanted silver, or like a really shiny silver, or a shiny, champagne, or some other color besides AB. I just couldn't take the AB look anymore. But when I was trying to figure out which crystals to use for this set, I opened that one because I hadn't looked at it in so long, and it just caught my eye. They're so pretty. So I will show you guys those later at the end when I'm decorating the nails. So you guys, Wifey's secret clearance came through. So it is official. We are moving. She has to be on site for her first day of work, December 2nd. So a lot has to be accomplished between then and now, and it is essentially almost November already. So we have 1 month to pack everything. Well, we can't pack. The movers are going to pack for us, so that's frustrating. We have to sort. Okay, there we go. Pull and sort what we're taking, what we're donating, what we're trashing in, a 20-year life together, and put the house on the market, sell the house, move across country, stay in an Airbnb or wherever they put us, because we have 2 pets, so I don't really know who's going to, what Airbnb is just going to be like, come on in. Yeah, until we buy a house there in a month. So I will be getting content out to you guys as often as possible. I do have Kelly coming next week, and I did have Kendra coming. I was going to give you guys one last Kendra set for Halloween, but I just don't have time. I need to dismantle my nail room, and that's just going to take a long time. That's just a lot of sorting. I mean, that involves unscrewing the shelves from the walls, taking the TV down, taking the clamps and lamps off of my desk and off the walls, not packing them, but, sorting them. Maybe there's a lot of things I don't really want the movers moving, like things I want wrapped myself, like my e-file. No. Like, that's coming with me. I'm not putting that in a box to get rattled and chucked around. Like, I don't care what kind of movers, my brushes, like, I don't know. I'm just feeling real territorial about all of that. Anyway, I would have loved to have Kendra one more time. That poor little girl started crying when I told her I was leaving. Love you, Kendra, if you're watching. But yeah, I don't have time now. Now things are just getting really, really accelerated, which I kind of knew they would, but now it's real. So I had asked you guys if you wanted, videos every couple weeks scheduled out of content that I could create here, and I do plan on doing that. I do have an unboxing. I got a beautiful package from Bri that I cannot wait to unbox for you guys, and I cannot wait to swatch, so that's something I can do easily. I did pack my chisels already, so I can't finish those swatches for you guys, but I'm happy to when I get, when I land where I'm going to be. Kiara came up with a fantastic idea, which was vlog my trip. So I will be doing my best to do that for you guys. That would be super cool. So we're moving from Arizona to Arkansas, so it's kind of, a cross-country trip. And I'm sure we'll have little adventures along the way. And there's also, hopefully, no mishaps. But there's beautiful country to be seen in between there and here. So I'm going to do that. And my wife was excited about that. She's like, I don't care if you put me in the videos. So yeah, hopefully that works out and I can give you guys some of that. So what's going on with the nails here are, as you see, I'm just making like a peekaboo area. So it's kind of like color blocking, but I still need my nail to have its apex and its structure where I otherwise have a void. So if you're going to do this kind of nail, do that. Make sure you build up your nail to when you put your flowers or whatever you're putting in your peekaboo area down, and then you cap it, you will have a full nail, because you don't want to start capping. So if I didn't put this blue line down the left side there, if I just started capping the flowers I'm going to put in the peekaboo area, my nail would be uneven. Or if I just put a thin blue line, I'd have to build that side up with clear, because the nail still has to have a certain thickness and a certain structure. Certain structure? Okay. Certain structure. And so it always is going to look a little strange or lopsided when you are building this. I do go back and forth from each nail to nail, and I find myself, especially with dark colors, well, even with light colors, even if I'm doing a pink and nude ombre or like a pink and white, any lighter colors, actually lighter colors in particular, I like to let my ombres dry in between. So I will lay like the first couple beads like this, pull down an ombre a little bit, and when it starts getting to a certain point, I can't really tell you when, it's just when I think, I can't really describe when. I guess maybe just let your ombre dry after a few beads and then come back to it. That's the best way to tell if you need to take your ombre down fuller, deeper, if you need to take your ombre down deeper or longer, whatever word you want to use for that. And these nails were very long, so I needed the ombre to definitely be longer than it was just right here. I wanted it about halfway down the nail. This color combination, oh, I can't believe I have not used this Lamborghini Chick yet. What an incredibly beautiful color. It took me almost 3 years to even buy this because it was a shimmer. Same with this peachy color here. I already forgot what it's called. Slightly brightly, all my peaches, I'm not sure. It just stunning, stunning, stunning. And the way they were looking dry, I wanted to do them matte, but the look I had in mind was a glossy look. So I'm going to keep doing this application. This is in 1.5 time and double time, sped up the application, I mean, because the video was long and I wanted to show you guys the nail art and the removal. I can't remember if I show you the filing or not. I don't think I do. I think I went outside to file. Sometimes, usually when I do that, I'll show you the filing on one nail, but I just did that on the last set or two. So, and I didn't use my e-file at all. These were hand filed. But yeah, I don't think I showed you any filing. I'll let you guys watch. I'll be right back. So I did this a minute ago when I was blathering through the application, but I wanted to mention that what I'm doing right here is just checking to see if my nails match. When you're going to do a cutout set like this where like two nails next to each other have a similar design that are opposite, you'll want to hold them next to each other just to see if they are looking the same. You'll also want to hold them out to look at them from the client's angle, so to speak, which is yourself at this point, and see if they look the same from that angle as well. So that's what I was doing there. So as I was getting closer to being done with the application here, I kept eyeballing that thumb, and I was like, oh no, no, no. And I'm sure you'll agree, looking at this, it's just a no. So I started covering this in blue, and I wasn't really thinking about recording that part. It was out of frame, because that wasn't like I had already done the thumb. So I'm not positive how much of that you'll get to see. That might have been the only part you get to see, and then the end of it. Because when I first laid out this video, I had left a lot of it in, and all you could see was like what I was doing on the very top, and I kind of feel like I decided to cut that, but I really can't see what's on the screen here because my voice recording bar is in the way. But I do know that thumb was out of frame for quite a bit, so if I didn't show it, which it kind of looks like I didn't, that is why. I actually think I go back to the thumb in a minute. Yes, that's right, because I was trying to, that's what I did, that's right. I decided at first to put a few beads on the top to like ombre some more blue down, just to see if leaving it ombre'd, like the top half of the nail more blue and just a little bit of the marble showing through the bottom, was going to look okay. And then once it dried, I went back and looked, and no, I didn't like that, so I decided to cover the whole thing in blue. That's right. But there was part of it out of frame in the beginning, like that first bead I brought all the way down. And also, I don't think I showed it, but I did go back to my ombre on my index and again on the pinky a little bit later, just to bring it down a little farther. So if they look a little different than they did when I was showing you the application, that was why. But again, just to shorten the video a little, you guys see what I'm doing though. So right now I'm going to get into placing my flowers. So my dried flowers are going to go in this peekaboo area, and my foil flowers are going to go on the top of my other nails that do not have peekaboo. So I'm going to be using Acrylic Cures Clear to place these, to put the flowers in their place, and then I will be capping. One thing I have learned, so I'll cap my ombres and I will encapsulate the flowers. One thing I've learned just recently, in the past several months, is you need to use way less clear than I used to think to encapsulate. I used to just completely slather my nail in clear, and that is not necessary. Wait till you see how much clear I need to use. So I have every nail besides my thumb now has something that needs clear on top of it, either encapsulating or, you know, just my ombre is protected. And I used to start from the cuticle and go all the way down to the free edge and cap that nail. Well, it doesn't need to be if you're building your nail with the colored acrylics. And also you can see that these nails aren't super thickety thick. And I just started thinking, like, why am I filing so much? Like, I take off half the clear I put on. So what if... And then another time I noticed that I only had a very thin layer of clear on one of the nails. This is, you know, a set I did 10 sets ago or something. And didn't end up filing into my ombre. And I was like, wow, I only put a tiny bit of clear there. Only because I just didn't, you know. And yeah, so you guys need to use a lot less clear than you actually think. Unless you're building your nail, of course. But also, nails I don't think need to be as thick as we think they do. I think that's how a lot of times, like, Instagram fire nails that we're seeing have hardly any acrylic on them at all, you guys. Because to get a look like that, you have to lay hardly any acrylic. So take that into consideration too, because that's really been helping me with my shaping. Like, look how nice and narrow these look. I was looking at them and I'm like, yes, I'm finally getting that look. And I remember thinking, well, they won't look that way when you're finished because you still have to cap. And I was like, wait, no, you just need to cover your ombre. You just need to protect your ombre and your art. Just only put that much. And it worked, you guys. I didn't end up filing off any of my flowers or my ombre, and this was all the clear I put on. And of course, I will show you all of that as we go here, and I will show you how just perfect this clear is. Oh, I love this clear. Let you guys watch. So I wanted you guys to notice how I am using the same type of like dense, meaty beads, pardon me, that I like to use while I'm encapsulating these pieces of flour. And at the end, you'll see that this clear was still crystal clear. There weren't any air bubbles, and it wasn't cloudy, and it wasn't yellow. And I'll make sure to show you that. But I wanted to show you, earlier I had to put with captions, try to make your beads like this, because I blathered through the part that I froze for you. So I slowed this down a little bit for you guys right here to show you how dry my bead is around the edges and how dry it looks when I place it. And even a little bit of crumbs will fall off the edge of this bead, as you see. But as you see, by the time I come back to that bead, the monomer has melted into the sides, and as I start manipulating this bead, I'm placing more monomer into it with my brush. This makes your acrylic really controllable, you guys. I hate using the word dry, like work more dry, because especially to a beginner, that could be misleading. But so that's why I use words like dense and meaty. I really don't know what other word to use. But this was revelatory to me when I first started noticing like V and Tao and other people that I would really watch for teaching myself. I started noticing their beads looking like that. Little crumbs falling off the sides of them. Right when they placed them down, that little dry, crusty, crumbly looking area all around the outside. Even if they picked up a large bead with a size 16 brush, I'd be like, why are their beads doing that? Why are they so dry? And I started trying it, changed my game completely. I know you guys probably noticed that, but if anyone's new here, I just wanted to show that again because it was just a huge game changer for me. When we are finished and filed, I will come back for the nail art. All right, so that is application done. These are how they're looking, application only. And you can see no, I don't think here's where you can really see how clear the clear is. But now we are finished. Filing is done and hands are washed. And since I used soap and water, I am going to go over the nails with some swipe just to make sure that no like oils or soap or anything are on the nails before I go in with my gels and nail art. So that's what I'm doing here. And this is in real time, as if that matters, but I do have the rest of it sped up. I just wanted to show you guys the colors here. I just was really struck by these colors. The glitter, or shimmer, whatever you want to call. I just thought the color combination was gorgeous. I really want to do something green next. Or yellow. Oh, I have something to tell you guys. I forgot. All right, so I'm going to go in and top coat the rest of all of these. The ones that I'm not going to use transfer gel on, I'm going to top coat. So I'm going in with Gloss It. And where I have a clear nail, I always go underneath. And I really, really, really had the shape I wanted on these nails. See how clear this is? Crystal clear. And I was not going to compromise any of my shape with thick sides from gel. Oh, no. No. So I got out a cleanup brush, my gel brush. This is actually my gel brush, not my cleanup brush, but I do use it for cleanup sometimes. And really went in and made sure that my top coat was not going to make these look wide. I didn't get all the way here with them looking just exactly the shape I want, for a top coat to ruin it. And I swear it always does, even though I wipe the sides. So I just wasn't going to have that today. Oh gosh, I forgot what I was going to say. Hold on. That's right. I forgot to let you guys know that this is a pop-off set. I didn't say that in the beginning, but I did use my UNT peel-off base coat, and but I glued the tip on before I did my peel-off base coat. So these were on really, really well for filing, but are able to pop right off at the end. And what I wanted to tell you guys was Maniology reached out to me back in May. And I had a lot going on at that time, and I let them know that I'm definitely interested in learning stamping because I cannot do nail art, and I can't draw, and I've always been interested in stamping, and I have I have 2 stampers, one from Profiles Backstage, which I have the little stamper, but I lost the plate somewhere, I can't find it, and I think 2 stamping plates, one like Halloween and one Christmas, and but I don't have any stamping gels. Previously, when I've tried to do stamping, I used gel polish, you know, UV LED cure in the lamp gel polish, and just made a hot mess because I was using black, you know, for the stamping to stand out. 2 things. One, the very first time I tried it years ago, I had a plate that just came in some Amazon kit. So whenever I kind of worked at the stamping the stamping craft, when I first had that stamping plate, it just was not giving, you guys. It just, the stamps would come out like with blurry edges. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I started watching some videos and realized, no, you need to have a really well cut stamping plate. And I was watching, so I picked up a couple from Profiles because they are an excellent company. I knew their plates would be good, and they sell a lot of stamping stuff. But honestly, their stamping inks or stamping gels were just too expensive for me to invest in like another thing that I didn't know how to do yet. So I had been watching someone else do stamping, and they said Maniology was just the way to go. If they have very well priced kits. And so when they reached out to me, I was excited about it. Now, I know it's messy, I know it's tedious, I know it's hard to learn, but I really do want to learn it, so we'll see if I can do that. So I did reach back out to them just recently and say, hey, I'm moving, but when I get settled, I would love to join your ambassador program. So they were happy to hear back from me because I had kind of put them off. I don't want to say put them off, but yeah, I had told them I just wasn't ready yet. But they immediately responded to me. You're super excited. They're very, very nice people. They let me choose a kit and some stamps and some inks. Just very generous, very kind. And so I will have that to unbox. I don't know when I'll be able to get to it. I let them know it might be after the first of the year. Just depends on when the kit gets here and where I am at in my stage of moving. So you guys, that will be coming up too. So I think before I leave, I will at least get Bri's stuff unboxed and swatched, and hopefully the Maniology initial kit unboxed and tried out just a little bit before I go. That's my plan. And then let me know what you guys think about vlogging the trip. Kiara, again, that was a fabulous idea, I think. It's a great idea. And as you can see, you guys, I'm putting the nails together again to place my little leaves because I wanted them to basically match, but I didn't realize it till later that the way these, just the nature of putting leaves on the top of the set and the flowers under, that it kind of does give fall even more because the leaves look like they're falling, which I didn't even intend to do, but it ended up looking like that. It was so cute. And did you see that bling kit? Oh my gosh, Notpolish sells those. Those are it. I was pretty impressed when I opened that. I was like, wow, I've been discounting this whole time because I didn't want to use AB because that is a beautiful kit. The crystals are gorgeous, as you can see. I get it out again here in a minute to do my last couple little pieces of bling. But other than that, after cuticle oil and me snipping these off for you, because I do cut these right off at the end, that is it. Now, I do want to show you guys this Notpolish transfer gel, because when I first started getting into nail art, I would try to do foils because I can't do nail art. I had the Young Nails foil glue, I had Profiles foil glue, I don't even know what else, Makartt or some other kind, and there was always half of it, no matter how hard you rubbed it. I wanted another one, and so I'm just showing you how I select one. Because the ones I had over there just weren't giving big enough or something, I don't know. By the way, I'm using Zulay's Bling It On. No, Bling It On. Bling It On is the name of the kit of jewels I'm using here. Bling Adhesive, thank you. There we go. But her cluster gel, that's what it's called. Cluster gel to place these. Bling Adhesive dries entirely too fast for me. At this point in my bling stage, I am not experienced enough to use that yet. So yeah, I love this cluster gel. It lets you take your time. Back to what I was saying. I don't remember. Oh yeah, with other foil glues, I just could not get the whole foil design to stay. But you can see these foils come off completely clear. All of it comes onto the nail. So if you're struggling with foils at all, or if you have foil glue or transfer gel, whatever you want to call it, it's not really working. Look at these glow. What? Just get yourself some Notpolish. They work. Look how shiny this gloss it is. What? You guys, if you are not with the Notpolish train, just go get yourself some. They have sales everywhere all the time, especially this time of year. If you buy a mystery box, you're going to get some gloss it. You're probably going to get some transfer gel. You're definitely going to get some amazing acrylics. That's for sure. Code Jen, Jen. I will have a code with Maniology. Of course, I'll tell you guys all about that when it comes. Here is cuticle oil and the finished look, which I already showed you, but I will show you again after cuticle oil. Give you a final little look here and the final video that I place on TikTok and Instagram. And then I'm going to clip these off. So I'm going to tell you guys thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. I appreciate you all. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.